العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين آمنا بالله العلي العظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم رحم الله من يقرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات.
I request all the brothers and sisters to please be seated. You can either sit on the side, or if you want to sit down on the ground, you can sit on these carpets. So everybody please be seated so we can actually start the program. Everybody please come and be seated so we can start the program.
What? Yes, sir. My mom said I can sit with you. I'll never come back. I saw them.
All those brothers and sisters who have prayed, may I request you to please come towards the stairs and be seated.
What do you think about the event?
All those brothers standing at the back, may I request you to please come forward and be seated so we can start the program.
जो स्पीचर जो स्पीकिंग जो है ना वो इधर से वो ऑलरेडी चेयर है ना किमरी का होगा किमरी बस यार क्या है
ये बैनर्स तो हाइड हो गए मैम आई एम सजेस्टिंग टू टेक इट लाइक होल्ड इट get together
All those brothers standing at the back, please move towards the sitting area so we can start the program. Please hurry up. Dear community members, we have gathered here today to pay our sincere condolences to the Imam of our time, Imam al-Zamana, on the martyrdom of the loins of our forces. Our martyrs like Abu Mahdi and Sardar Qasim Soleimani, who were martyred at the hands of cruel enemy. We've gathered here to pay our condolences. I would like to start the program with these poetic verses penned by Sayyid Maqnood Bukhari that represents our emotions well. These words reflect what we are feeling as Shia Muslims amongst the world today. I was coward. I was a slave of fear. These martyrs, I'm grateful to your blood. Your blood cultivated courage in the soil of my heart. Inspired to love bravery, sing songs of freedom. Taught me to be steadfast, hold firm the flag of truth. Never submit to injustice. Say no to flattering kisses. Conquer the untruth with the truth. Vultures eat carcasses, eagles soar sunward. Our martyrs, I'm grateful to your blood, and your courage is contagious. Your blood, lights of hope, will applaud splendid arm of bravery. We've got no sad songs of sigh, no lamentations. There's a glory of your blood, and it will never disappear. It will shine like a diamond in the sky. Your story will remain in the pages of history. Your tombs will be built in the hearts of all those who are brave. Oh, brave men, you will remain with us. Mothers will tell stories of your martyrdom and of your valor to their children. They will smile in roaring thunder and be raging tempest and blazing light, and will remain steadfast and embrace martyrdom with glee.
Sparkling stars and shining moons will sing with innocent smiles. Time will run over everything except those who know no fear. Be brave, bow to none, fear none. The truth and the only truth is death. Allah alone is sufficient. We are His, and submission is to His will. Those killed in His path, our martyrs like Qasim Soleimani and Abu Mahdi, these martyrs of power, they are our heroes. Today we are not mourning for their deaths. We are celebrating their martyrdom with pride. And let the world know that we will not bow to injustice. We will stand against fear and terror no matter what. You call them murderers, but you forget to tell the world that the murderers they were murdering were the mercenaries that you trained. These were our heroes who defeated ISIS and Daesh in the world today. We will never forget their sacrifices.
لبيك يا حسين
لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا حسين. With this, I would like to request Sheikh Zara to please come and deliver a small speech for these martyrs and heroes of ours.
Respected brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Brothers and sisters, as my brother Owen mentioned, we are gathered here to condemn another act of terror. This act of terror eventually came, and this is not the first mistake. The so-called peace lovers, they claim to support peace and democracy. But now we will see, and the world is witnessed. Brothers and sisters, the two honored personalities amongst humanity in the representation of peace and justice, Rahmatullah alayhim ajma'in, and his friends, these two martyrs, Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, General Qasim Soleimani, they departed this world, but they left a legacy behind. They, as my brother mentioned, cultivated the seedlings in the trees of justice and peace for this world. And the name of these people will be there forever. Brothers and sisters, this act of terror, which was committed by the authorities and defense force of United States, it has been condemned by many and by several international personalities, including the Democratic presidential candidates of United States. This tells a lot, brothers, that the spokespeople in the highest position and rank of politicians of United States is against this act. And they also continuously has said that the reckless, immature act of President Donald Trump is leading United States to another war in the Middle East. And do you think, brothers and sisters, We are addressing the entire world. Is this an act of as such that he claims that they want to support peace and bring peace? And the armies, as I mentioned the other day during the khutbah, when this crime committed by the authorities of United States, I was listening to one speech of American officers from the military forces that he resigned as a result of these crimes being committed against humanity in Iraq. And he was saying that I happen to have depression and anxiety as a result of this, because I saw when we entered with the American forces, when we entered into Iraq, the peaceful environment to some extent was there. And amongst the Shias and Sunnis and Muslims, there was no clashes, there was no issues and any fights or any quarrels. But since we entered, the problem and the disaster took place and started. Brothers and sisters, Marhum Sulaimani and Marhum Abu Muhammad al-Muhandis were the two brothers with other peace supporters and peacekeepers. They were the true supporters. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands and taught them and taught us and taught humanity in the Quran. It says, من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فسادا في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا. Brothers and sisters, if you look at this verse, this is Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 32. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announces and states in the Quran, for the last 1500 years, this voice is echoing that whoever kills someone without any reason, or they cause any corruption and mischief on earth, as if one killing is equivalent to the massacre of the entire humanity. Who committed this? President Donald Trump, by directing his forces in the army to kill those people they stood against terrorism. And the terrorism in Iraq, as a result of noble presence and blessings of these two personalities and the supporters and their all associates, there was no ISIS in Iraq. And as we know, people, millions and millions of people are going there and visiting Iraq, and everyone is living in peace. And that is why, brothers and sisters, when the American forces and the authorities killed these two personalities, they were the messengers of peace and justice. What does this mean? If you kill someone who supports peace, then you are a terrorist. Don't deviate people's mind to go and find for the terrorists. The people in the world hasn't forgotten the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing. Until this day, cultivation in those places hasn't been, it's barren and it is unusable. Brothers and sisters, we condemn this act. We, the Shia community in Queensland, under the umbrella organization, its noble name is Islamic Shia Council of Queensland. We stand for peace, and we are the supporters of peace. In our Quran, the book, and our testament, and the last testament of humanity is supporting peace. And always, if you go and look at the Quran says, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Be nice to the people. Speak nice to the people. You don't have the right to even disrespect the people, let alone taking their lives. Once again, from one hand, we are proud of our martyrs, that they did their job. But from the other hand, yes, we admit this, our hearts are bleeding, brothers and sisters, but the world must not forget this. What that goes around comes around. And the time will come, and I will conclude with this verse of the Quran, the last testament in the last book, in the last word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for humanity. Allah says, Wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau kariha al-kafirun. Allah will fulfill His light. Although the disbelievers, those people are against the justice, against peace, and against the truth, even if they dislike, Allah will fulfill His nur and will complete His nur. Salamun alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Sheikh Zara, expressing his grief on the great loss. Now, we all gathered here in Brisbane, Australia to pay our condolences. May I request Khanum Takwi to please come and share her feelings. I request everybody to please read as-salawat.
Sisters and brothers, Salam Alaikum. Thank you for joining us today in our vigil to commemorate the martyrdom of Haji Qasim Soleimani and Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis and their companions. You all have taken a step today to peacefully demonstrate that injustice is not acceptable and will not be tolerated. Standing idle in the face of injustice is a betrayal to our values and beliefs as Muslims. You should all be proud to have been present today to uphold your values peacefully and through civil discord. Violence and aggression is not the way of Islam, and may Allah free our countries of the violence and aggressions to which they have been exposed for so long. Our prayers and thoughts go to the families and countries of the martyrs. May Allah grant them the patience to bear through what no family should bear, and their just reward in the hereafter. May their souls be cast with the souls of Ahlul Bayt, inshallah. Once again, brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us today for this important event. May Allah grant you a blessed life and a blessed hereafter. As a sister of two shaheeds, I wish each and every Australian woman, mother, sister, or daughter never loses a beloved. As a woman who lost her two brothers, I wish each and every American woman or every woman all over the world will never lose a husband, lose a sister, a daughter, lose a brother. No sister loses her brother, no woman loses her son. And I hope that peace will be all over the world and we all live peacefully wherever we are, inshallah. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Sister Khanum, for expressing her words of peace. May I request Sayyid Maulana Hasni to please come and share his words on this matter. I request everybody to read as-salawat.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Brothers and sisters in humanity and in Islam, we are gathered here to condemn the brutal and unlawful killing which is detrimental to global peace too, as well as it is against the regulations of UN. So American president has left a great and very dark, shameful mark on the face of the history and especially on his face all American, all European nations, not only Muslims. Everyone has condemned it. General Soleimani was a symbol of peace. It is just a blame which is absolutely a wrong statement that they were creating any terrorism. What happened actually, the terrorism is done against him. And General Mohandas and General Qasim Soleimani, they were only punished by US because US President is a strong supporter of Saudi regime. And the terrorism was being controlled. It was, ISIS was totally demolished. Its roots were burned out due to the actions of General Soleimani. The world knows that the status of ISIS and Al-Qaeda was highly defeated in Iraq and Syria due to the policies and efforts of General Soleimani. So if General Soleimani was doing this all, and ISIS is a known terrorist organization, then why a person is killed by a US president who was demolishing ISIS, who was trying to finish the roots of Taliban, who was trying to finish the roots of Al-Qaeda. So we are condemning here, and we just sharing our sorrow, our grief, our anger, and as well as this is a great protest of all human beings, not only Muslim community. Our protest is against the shameful act of American president. Even American nation is not happy on this act. Their politicians and their party members, parliamentarians, everyone is condemning the act of President Trump. So our words are endless, pain is endless, and we think that America should, we're not talking about the whole nation of America, we are talking about the president who did this act. He should think that how he can make his nation free of the after effects of that, because the whole of the world is under the threat of war after this terrorism. This was not an attack, it was an open terrorism, and terrorism is even coming from east or west. We all Australians are against that. We cannot favor any person, even he is Muslim or non-Muslim, who is doing terrorism in this way and killing humanity with the conspiracy. This is not allowed. So our word of sorrow should be registered, and this is a protest of all human beings. It was short time, so we could not bring many other people from other parts, but the people who are here, they came and they want to register their protest. So we are here just to say Al-Fatiha for the Shohada, and we shall say the Ziyarat of Imam Hussain. General Soleimani was the protector of the shrines of Masumeen, and definitely he has got his higher destination. So I will just request all participants to recite Suratul Fatiha ma'as salawat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. We present our grief to Hazrat Sahib al-Asr al-Zaman and just raise your hands to pray for Imam Zaman alayhi salam. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Everybody. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abayhi في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا عينا حتى تسكنه تمتعه فيها طويلا اللهم صل على. If everybody is ready, I will just request if you stand and say ziyarah for Aimma Tahirin. Allahumma salli ala. Say it. السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا حبيب الله السلام عليك يا باعث الهدى السلام عليك يا شفيع المذنبين السلام عليك وعلى أهل بيتك الطاهرين ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولى أبا عبد الله الحسين وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك وناوخت برحلك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبكي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين خصوصا مولانا أبو الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلام عليك يا معين الضعفاء والفقراء السلام عليك يا مغيث الشيعة والزبار في يوم الجزاء السلام عليك أيها المدفون بأرض التهوس السلام عليك يا سيدنا مولانا أبا الحسن علي بن موسى الرضا الراضي بالقدر والقضاء كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب نصف الزمان الأمان 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 السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن السلام عليك يا إمامنا وإمام الإنس والجن أجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك وجعلنا الله من أعوانك وشيعتك وانصارك صلوات پر محمد وآل محمد.
We would like to extend our thanks to the authorities, to the Queensland Police, to all the relevant authorities that allowed us to conduct our peaceful protest and our share of condolences to our Imam. We would like to extend our thanks to the Brisbane City Council for allowing us to have this procession at this particular event. I request you all to please have a safe drive back home and remember these martyrs and never forget what they did for us and all those who are suffering in the Middle East. Please, at this end of the protest, let's read aloud salawat as we make our way home. Allahumma